I graduated nursing school in 2013, top of my class. I've been a student the whole time. I was so proud of myself. I never knew I could achieve so high until I actually put myself out there and studied and learned and did it. Without her, I wouldn't have known any of it. Everyone needs a push once in a while. I grew up in Bensonhurst, and then we moved to Park Slope when I was around 5. When I turned 11, my father didn't want to take a drug test for his job. They noticed he was sleeping a lot on the job and he looked different. He did do it, but they found drugs in the system. So at 11, we moved into a shelter. They gave my mother a 4-bedroom apartment in the housing. For 7 years, I lived there. And then when I was 18 and I got pregnant with Ben, I moved out on my own. I was in a very violent relationship, mentally and physically. So that's the day that I realized I wanted to leave and start something new. But I didn't have enough money saved to find my own place right away with the kids. So I put myself in a shelter with the kids. And then my son got very sick. He had a fever. It was very high. It was 103. I figured Tylenol would be okay. I didn't have any experience in it. He started to turn blue, and we called the ambulance, and it was a little late. So we got to the hospital, and they said that he was gone. I didn't understand. I went into the room so I could see him before they covered him with the sheet. And his heart started beating again. 2 years he was in a coma. He came out of the coma, and by that time he was 3. But he was diagnosed with anoxic brain injury. So he's in vegetable state. Can't walk, he's in a wheelchair. We don't know if he can hear or see. When Jonathan was 3, I transferred him to Manhattan. I used to travel from Staten Island to Manhattan because he used to live there almost every day and sleep over there on the weekends with the boys. They grew up in the hospital, And Deborah's store was only 6 blocks away. So she used to watch the boys. I could visit on my own. If I had to go somewhere, she would come visit him with me. Anything I needed help with, because it was hard for me to get back on my feet with 2 babies. I wanted to go to college. At that point, I wanted to learn how to be a nurse so that I could take care of it myself. Through nursing school, she helped me with everything. The books, if I needed MetroCard. I started working, so she would help me if I needed help with the kids. She would watch them for me. Without her, I don't know what I would have done. And still, until this day, I don't know what I would have done. No one knows what someone goes through until they actually know them. And Deborah didn't look at me as a white girl just have kids, because, I was only 22. I had 3 already. She didn't just look at me as someone that had children and not with the father of the children. I come in and I meet her, and she definitely treated me like someone special that no one ever did before. Not even my own mother or father treated me so special like she did. She's done nothing but support us and help me grow and learn so much. I didn't know I was so smart at the time. I was a mother with 3 children, and one was very sick and pregnant with one. When I met her, she says, well, when you're on your own 2 feet. But I've been on my own 2 feet, and she's still been there, and she still is today. And look at where I am now.